What's up, everybody? It's me, Crosspatch. Welcome to Madden 22. This is my first Madden 22 video of the season. And this is a franchise game. We're playing the Bills, obviously, today. But this is not the franchise I will ultimately be running. I will be starting a Pittsburgh Steelers franchise. But this game you can think of as sort of an exhibition game. Just sort of to get some gameplay out there, especially for the PS4. I haven't seen a lot of that online. So if you are like me and you have not been able to upgrade to the new console, this is what you're going to be dealing with. And there's some good and bad, and we'll be talking about all of that in this video. And I also wanted to just get those thoughts out there. Maybe hear some feedback from you. What do you think of Madden 22 so far? You know, there's definitely good and bad. So I'm waiting on a couple of things to start my Steelers franchise. One is the final 53-man rosters. They, I believe, are due today in the real-world NFL. So hopefully it won't be long until EA has a roster update for us with the final 53-man rosters, or at least the current 53-man rosters.
Throwing on first down is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be upended at the 20.
And the other thing I'm waiting on is there's supposed to be a scouting update in September. Oh, man. It's supposed to be a scouting update in September, and I guess if you start your franchise before that, you cannot take advantage of that unless you restart your franchise. So I'm not going to go through all that. We will wait on that. And that was weird. Get him any way you can. Dive in front of him and make him trip over you.
And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got
so hopefully not too long till
defensive tackles or ends, and then
I'll be able to start that franchise.
And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line.
And I will be doing a full roster breakdown. I'll talk about these players a lot today, I'm sure. But, I'm doing a full roster breakdown before I start the franchise. Take a look at this Steelers team. I gotta say, I'm a little bit unhappy with some of the moves the Steelers made in the real world in the offseason. Which will, of course, impact this franchise. But, you know, what can you do? You know, I'm available. The Steelers never ask me before they make decisions. I'm certainly available to give my opinion anytime they want. But have yet to hear from the front office anytime they make a trade or release a guy. And here comes Ben, woefully underrated by the Madden Raiders. What they have against him, I do not know. He is 39 years old. But, you know, I thought he played pretty well last season despite all the goofiness that the offense had to endure.
He's one of the top 5 winningest quarterbacks in NFL history. That's pretty darn good.
And he stopped right at the 25 after
and there is our first-round pick, Najee Harris. Pretty excited about him. He in just the games I've been playing so far, he is a bull. He is going to be the man in this franchise for the foreseeable future, unless something really bizarre happens throughout the course of my 22 franchise. I will not be looking for another halfback, I don't think. There's Claypool makes the catch. And a timeout, why? Because is Claypool injured? Come on. That's no good. So the Steelers playbook, quite similar offensively anyway to what it was in 21. Oh, and are they going to leave Harris alone there? If they leave him alone, we're throwing it to him. No respect for the rookie. Yep. Don't miss him, Roethlisberger.
He's got his target, Harris. And he will be taken down inside the Buffalo 20. It's a gain of
That play, I don't look for that, but if they leave it open, I'm going to throw it. I'm usually looking for the tight end on like a dump route, which actually is supposed to be an in, but I throw it like as a dump route. Or the flanker running a drag. But hey, if they give us that, we'll take it.
They'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
So they did take away my favorite running formation, one of the I formations, and replaced it with a pistol formation, which is half a step next to useless in my opinion. But, you know, whatever. Once again, nobody asked me. But I'll see what I can do with it. Maybe we'll use the pistol from now and then. Rather have that I formation back, but whatever. Yikes. And Harris is pulling his way forward. And I guess not in.
But it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there.
Made it a little harder to throw my slant, which I, you know, maybe not a bad thing. Forced me to do some different things on the goal line.
Second down and goal. Roethlisberger, and a flag comes in.
And we get drawn a lot of pass interference plays when I try to call it on the goal line. Yeah, we'll accept it.
Interference, the call is so tough as a defender.
So we'll get
time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly
see if we
right.
can get it in with
Getting there fractions of seconds too early.
Harris.
A little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
They'll try and run for
And there's Najee Harris, first NFL touchdown. And an offensive lineman is injured. Dotson.
With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener.
So let's talk about glitches. Glitches, oddities, weirdness that's going on with this game. If you've been paying any attention at all to the YouTube videos that are coming out, you've probably seen a bunch of them. They're funny, kind of, but not really. Not really funny to, you know, have a $60 game or $70 game doing all this weird stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I can only talk really about what I've seen so far. I've seen a lot of all alone. What is that? I've had a lot of crashes. Definitely more crashes in the week that I've been playing this game than all of Madden 21. So that's not good. Joe Schobert with a big hit. Yeah, happy to see Joe Schobert in the Steelers jersey. That was a good move, I thought. That's a recent move. Only a couple of weeks ago they picked him up. So yeah, I've had some crashes, especially when I'm in the staff management screen of franchise mode. And I had one strange thing where I had a player breakout scenario, and it wasn't the old one where, you know, you just sort of get the text that tells you about it. It was the new one where, for whatever reason, Chase Claypool is meeting with the coach in the locker room in his full game day uniform, and is challenged to catch a certain number of yardage, and so we did, but still it told us we failed. So yeah, I don't know, that was definitely something that was broken.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get
so some weirdness for sure with this game so far. It's unfortunate. I hope that EA gets it straightened out.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way too.
I guess there's going to be some kind of NCAA. Oh, nice play by Ingram. Yeah, I guess there's supposed to be some NCAA mode update here today. Rather see them fix the game. Is this my thought? Don't need it. Rather see the glitches in the game get fixed. That's my opinion. I don't know. I guess maybe some people are excited for it. I kind of feel like if they would stop, you know, like there's like in business, you know, there's like that thought process. Like you can diversify and do a whole bunch of different stuff, okay, or you could do one or two things really well. So I'd kind of rather see Madden focus on, you know, 2 or 3 game modes, franchise one of them, of course, I hope, and just do it well. Like, we don't need all this stuff. I mean, do we? Do you think we do? Do we need all these different game modes? I mean, I'd rather see, like, them just get a handful of things right. Get rid of the glitches, get rid of the weirdness.
They'll try the left side. It's Harris. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 30.
That's my opinion. Again, I've only seen a few things so far with this.
First down.
Teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough.
Hopefully, I don't experience a lot of nonsense running the franchise. 21 went pretty well.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger rolling to his right.
Yeah, we missed them.
Complete on the deep ball. Chase Claypool, the intended target, but it'll be.
It is a.
So CD, big changes for 2020.
It's a little bit humbling going from my Madden 21 franchise where I had such powerful players at every position, and now dealing with mere mortals here, especially Roethlisberger, who is not especially accurate out of the pocket. My best offensive lineman is injured.
So the beautiful part about all of it is that
this offensive line is bad, except for that guy who just got hurt. So
looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that we're going to come out of that. For that 17th
yeah, I don't know. It's gonna. I mean, we can do it. We'll win games with a bad offensive line, but it's definitely going to be something to rebuild. First problem to rebuild, especially with Harris. I want to get a good offensive line in front of him.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that.
Playing 6-minute quarters here. I haven't decided what I'm going to be doing with that, 6 or 8 minute quarters. We started with 8-minute quarters last season, and ended up going to 6 minute just because the scoring got so out of control. You know, there's advantages to both. The main advantage to the 8-minute quarters is just, you know, more realistic play calling. However, the score tends to get out of control, especially later in the franchise. So I don't know. If you have an opinion about that, let me know. I'm kind of like a little weird about it. I kind of like to not have to change anything in my franchise. You know, years down the road. Years in franchise down the road, I mean.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on
There's Claypool. Get in there.
He can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last
Let's
two
go
plays.
with Harris once more. And we are playing on All-Madden. I probably should have said that before. Playing on All-Madden, default sliders.
He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run.
And there's Harris again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So some thoughts on the new progression thing. Kind of like it.
Away after the touchdown.
A lot of stuff going on between games.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's
I wonder if it's going to become a little cumbersome
Buffalo set to get the football back here.
As franchises go on, you get a little tired of doing the same things, having to go through that process between every game. But it's a nice change from the progression system last year.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive.
Complete to Beasley.
Gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Allen is 8 for 8.
Down now, but that clock rolling. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the
I feel like the presentation of this game is a little more powerful than last season. I had to actually restart this video a bunch of times because the volume was just overwhelming. Like I was like shouting over the announcers and the crowd. So I had to like reset the volume a bunch of times. So I think that's pretty good if you're just playing the game. Not as good if you're trying to record for YouTube. Oh, for Pete's sake! Get him! Somebody get him! And he fumbles! Let's go, Hayward! And Allen is injured. What a turn of events! All right, so there you go.
We'll be back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger.
Player movement's a little, I know there was a lot of talk about the player movement with the next-gen consoles. It's a little bit sluggish compared to Madden 21 on the old gen here. Old gen, I guess. Especially that first step. Which I know it's supposed to make it more realistic, but I don't know about that. Especially for players like wide receivers. You know, those guys are pretty darn quick with their first step. Yeah, I don't know. It's all right. I mean, it's workable. I remember when I was a kid, the first time I ever went to an NFL game, watching the receivers warm up before the game, and like I couldn't believe that a human being could move that fast. Like from the first step, like it's just amazing. So having them have that weird pause before they get going, I don't know if that's really accurate. But whatever. 22 seconds left. Let's not let them score, hopefully. Let's just go with a nice nickel here. Cover 3. My head is like not in this game, if you haven't noticed. I don't even know what I'm calling here. Yammering on about this stuff. And, you know, that's the... There's TJ Watt getting in there. And that's the purpose of this, just to sort of get these thoughts out there. Get a look at the gameplay. We take it into halftime with a 21-3 lead.
So the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though. Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now.
And we do not have the halftime show of the next gen. We have pretty much the same old thing where we jog past this big weird scoreboard.
We've got a full slate of 16
and yeah, same thing. Same halftime show as the old generation. So what else are we missing? We're missing momentum, game momentum, which gosh, I don't know. I haven't played it, so I hesitate to say too much, but to me, it doesn't really make sense. Like, you know, I don't know. Like all these things seem very, not all these things, some of these things seem very gimmicky, you know, like the squirrely routes in a certain situation, like you can't see, like you're, you know, the icon for your receiver turns to a question mark. I just don't know about that stuff. Like, that doesn't seem like if you're trying to somehow replicate real football, which I think, to be fair, has not gone out the window a long time ago. I don't see how that does it. Like, that just seems to add, like, an arcade kind of atmosphere to it. In my opinion. What do you think? What do I do? I don't want this play. Don't want this formation. I got some new formations to learn here. There's a... I don't know if I mentioned it yet. That trips tight end flex looks like something I'm going to work with a little bit. To practice some of those plays.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Let's call something out of that now. Let's call this Jagger formation. This dagger play. See if we can get Johnson open on this. And I'm going to keep Harris in here to block. I don't want him running around. There's Johnson. There we go.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson,
28-3.
And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And this is what coaches talk about.
So this is kind of what I'm talking about with the 6-minute quarters. Like, not every game is going to go like this. I mean, some of them are going to be much lower scoring. Some of them, I'm not going to throw as many passes. I'm not going to have as much offensive production. But also, like, this is as bad as I'm going to be at this game right now. It's only going to get better over the next few months as my team progresses and as I get better at it. So, I mean, you know, if we can put up 28 points in a little over 2 quarters with 6-minute quarters right now, do we really need to be playing 8-minute quarters? Does that really make sense? I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to be thinking about it.
You need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to
wrapped up by Fitzpatrick.
Big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The game does play a little differently with longer quarters.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know.
He goes for 18 there. As
Thinking out loud.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Josh Allen, unstoppable, 12 for 12. That's just the way it goes.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play,
that's the way it goes on All-Madden. You got to be ready to deal with it.
Just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Cole Beasley,
I think I completely abandoned my assignment on that, but that's all right. It's an exhibition game.
Now Allen. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little.
So what's that? 3rd and 4.
They get 6.
Go to our nickel.
With 3rd and 4. Allen to throw once more. That'll be complete to Breida. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing.
So the strong points of this Steelers team, definitely the defense, definitely the receiving core.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a
weak points, offensive line is the worst. Cornerback position, not because they're bad players, they're just too slow. They're too slow for All-Madden. Cam Hayward with a I guess forced incompletion there. Yeah, Hayden and you know, these cornerbacks, they're not bad players. They're just not fast enough for this game. What the heck? And they occasionally ignore their men and allow them to catch uncontested touchdown receptions. That's another thing.
This opening game is certainly not.
Yeah, that's a big negative.
Point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victory.
That might have been my fault. I don't know.
Just say, okay, well, maybe something went right, but you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
So I do miss my Madden 21 franchise. I miss Dakota Cavanaugh at quarterback. And it is certainly a bit of a, as Harris gets a big gain there out of the blocks, certainly a bit of a change going back to these real-world players, but I'm kind of happy to see them too.
There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected.
I run the Steelers franchise because I'm a fan.
I was just gonna say maybe that
So
because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Look at Harris bulling forward.
Think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7.
Take this down to the end of the quarter.
And that is gonna do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, this is Harris.
Najee Harris denied.
To pick up the first, a gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
Milano with the head. He doesn't get it again. I think that was Milano.
They're up to the challenge.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Yeah, we're going to go for it. We're seriously thinking about going for it. And that's what we're going to do.
Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old
There we go.
Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it.
Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. I guess that's probably that makes sense. There goes Harris again. The big guy, 6'2", 230.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
And the Steelers once had a guy named Harris who was about 6'2", 230.
At this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
He wore number 32 instead of 22. He is now in the Hall of Fame.
You taking charge.
Was an MVP of a Super Bowl. So, and played in 4 Super Bowls. Is it a lot to ask of this Harris to do the same? Am I getting ahead of myself as a Steelers fan?
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play.
We get down to 2-minute warning. We'll go
that's when the great ones know
shoot clock.
that they have the goods.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the
76 yards on 15 carries.
Spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The 8th play of the drive coming up.
So if you'd enjoyed this game, this discussion, I guess, if you have any comments on it, what do you think? How has Madden 22 been for you so far? And we are going for this. Of course, make sure you hit that. Oh, he might not have got that. Did he get?
They only needed
he
about
did.
4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the
And
big
we're going to go
guys
down to
up
the
front
2-minute
and
warning
get it
here.
done.
So if you enjoyed this, please go ahead and hit that like button. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're going to have a lot of Madden stuff coming up. And when I say we, I mean like me and I guess my dog, because it's just me that does this. Have a lot of tutorials. We're going to have a lot of breakdowns, roster breakdowns for all the different teams, and some thoughts on how to best run a franchise with them. And, of course, we'll have this Steelers franchise coming up whenever I can get it started. As we go to conservative ball carrier, and we try to put this thing behind us.
Steelers with the football as we get you reset, and you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Harris bowling forward.
After a pickup of 8.
He is a tank.
You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness
Oh,
that time.
shoot
The
clock.
offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football.
Do we want to
Maybe a
just
little
kneel?
bit more so than the
I'm not sure we
runner
can kneel this
himself, and that's why
out.
he was able to break through
But I think we
and
can
get
get a
the game
first
that he
down
did.
here. Yeah, second and 2. We can get a first down.
First down marker at the 5-yard line. They stay on the ground again.
Harris in for his third touchdown of the day.
For a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris now with his third touchdown.
Hopefully a foreshadowing of things to come on opening day for the Steelers in real life.
They extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell.
So we will play a little defense. We'll look at the stats when we're done here. Not that they matter or anything in a one-off game like this.
Kick it away after the touchdown. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive.
Oh, I'm dropping back with Alu. Why not?
These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard
Gonna sit in a cover 3 and get this game over with.
The gain there, second down. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
So go ahead and leave some comments what you think of Madden. What do you think of this upcoming Steelers franchise? Should I do 8-minute quarters? Should I do 6-minute? Does it matter? What do you think of the Steelers' chances in real life coming up?
Past the 50. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
What do you think of Najee Harris? I forgot to talk about Freiermuth here. He's another player I'm excited about in real life. I don't know, in this game they have him with an 80 speed rating that I'm not too thrilled about. I need those tight ends in the mid 80s speed. The 80 is a little low. Even with progression, I don't know that he's gonna ever get to that point.
From the 44,
And I missed a hit stick on the last play of the game. Maybe the last play. Nope, they take a timeout.
Their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And again, it's Allen. We'll get this out wide to Singletary.
Oh,
And he is out
just got tackled in bounds.
Second down at 5. From the gun, it's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And that's it. We're going to take a look at some stats here.
18-yard line.
35 to 10.
In the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And really, it looked at
Najee Harris had a good game despite running behind a subpar offensive line. Roethlisberger didn't really make any major mistakes, missed a few open receivers. I made a bunch of mistakes personally.
To be easy to get to the airport.
I didn't realize they had Trubisky in there for half the game there. So Allen got hurt on that scramble, that long run he had.
But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect
So there we go.
So they went back to the tailgate.
Take a look at our stats here.
Yeah, they took the drama out of
Roethlisberger 92%. Allen,
So
91%.
for Pittsburgh, hey, you get
Pretty
a win,
good
you get it on the
quarterback
road.
comparison
You can't
there.
ask for much more than
Seeing
that
that,
to
you know, with the
start
shorter
year.
quarters, you don't
And
get
they
a lot
will
of
hit the
passing
road next
attempts.
week for a date
But,
with
you
the
know, you
Las
can get the
Vegas
yards,
Raiders.
so I don't know.
Meanwhile, for the Bills,
I don't know,
down to
man.
defeat here in the opener. And they'll look
Harris
to
with a
regroup
good
next
game,
week as they head
3
down to
touchdowns.
Miami to take on the
Claypool,
Dolphins.
116 yards on the ground. Smith-Schuster only
That'll do it
17.
for us. I'm
Johnson
Brandon
with a
Gaudin,
nice game, 72
alongside
yards and
Charles
a
Davis.
score.
Thanks to our entire crew as
And
well. We'll talk to you
defensively,
next time. So long, everybody.
Bush and Watt with sacks and no interceptions. So that's about that. I hope you enjoyed the game. I hope you enjoyed some of the thoughts I put out there. Again, please go ahead and make any comments you have on that, any thoughts of your own. I'd love to hear about them. And hit that subscribe button so you're not missing any of the Steelers content and Madden content coming up. But whatever you do, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next game.